Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Don't forget, if you like the video, click on like and subscribe and talk about it on chat lines, wherever it is your social media activities, and help us to grow and help more people. I'll talk to you soon. Tommy says, 23 from New York, how would you suggest navigating thoughts during intimacy or masturbation? It's up to you. What do you mean, Tommy? You mean if you have HOCD? Let it be. It doesn't matter. It comes to your mind. It comes to your mind. Navigate it towards what it is that you want to focus on, and allow the thoughts be there, but don't have to fight with them. Just keep. It's like a car that you're driving. Just listen to me. Hear me out. You're driving a car, and I remember when I was in college, sometimes my car, the tire was not balanced, and the brake was pulling one way more than the other way. It wasn't synchronized, calibrated. So when you're driving on the highway, the wheel is moving and it goes to the other lane pretty much. That's slowly. So what do? You keep trim it. Keep trim it. You keep trim it. You don't suddenly stop the car. You keep trimming and bringing back to the lane and to the direction that it wants to go. And you want it to brake, you don't bang on the brake. You know it's going to malfunction, so you slowly do the brake so it won't pull it so much. So you carefully kind of guiding it, corralling it until you get it fixed. Yeah? So that's your reaction when you're having sex or, doing your business of satisfying techniques. So when these kind of images, thoughts come into your picture, you simply bring back what you want and want your brain to be projected. You bring back, just let that be. Don't try to kill it or destroy it or get upset. Oh, yeah, just okay, I know it's disgusting. Okay, well, it's there, but I bring it back to what it is that you want. And you focus on the emotion that you're getting and don't worry about what the brain is suggesting. Just do what you're doing. And whether you have that come into your mind or not, the unpleasant threes, or not, just know that your intention was with your woman. Your intention of you masturbating was for the woman that you started out. So the brain's activities and thoughts is not the defining motivation for what you're doing or what you wanted to do. They can be there because it's malfunction, but you keep bringing the steering, turning it into fine-tuning and trimming it, like the aircraft is flying and the aileron need to be trimmed just because it's yawing. It keep pulling this way, so you just trim it up. I hope that makes sense for you guys. So in other words, keep it up until eventually the brain says you're not really falling for it, you're not really entertaining it, you're not really debating it, you're not really interacting with these images or these things. You're just simply trimming it and getting back to what you were doing. That's it. It's because it's disgusting to you, whatever your gender is, certain thoughts are disgusting to you. And for you, this particular one at this particular time or any other time, it's unsettling and uncomfortable naturally. That makes you think that as if it's any different than somebody's thinking about something else. And there are people who there are many women who are having sex and they're thinking about, I got to take the children from the school, I got to do the laundry, I got to do that, I got to do, and they're just having sex. But because it's not contradictory, but it's still something other than what they should be focusing on, what they intended to focus on. They're not focusing on their sex, they're focusing on the laundry or the children or the food or whatever it is. So these are also intrusive thoughts. It's not uncomfortable and having to do with the sexuality, but it is contrary to what her intention at that moment is, yeah? But they allow it to be there and they do their business. Now, if you simply treat the intrusive thoughts of the sexual nature also the same as the laundry or the food or the chores that you got to do at your job and stuff, then it wouldn't be a big deal. You say, okay, that's a fucked up thing. It's irrelevant to what I'm trying to do, but it's there. So I let it there, but I keep bringing my focus to, what I'm feeling rather than what image or thought has shown up while I'm having this feeling. You just focus on the sensation that you're enjoying and corral yourself to the image and the thoughts that you prefer. Otherwise, you don't have to fight with the thoughts or try to dismantle or destroy them before you can enjoy what you're doing. Just understand that these are not your values, your interests, or your choices. These are intrusive thoughts. No different than thinking about some project or something else that's irrelevant to your, sixth time or 60 time, as Borat would say, or whatever it is that you're masturbating for. Yeah, and then it would be like pretty much not giving it importance, and the brain sees that it doesn't give a shit, and starts not thinking that it can have your attention somehow, and then it'll rewire itself eventually because of your lack of focusing on the images or the thoughts or the suggestions, and instead you're focusing on the feeling and what you're corralling it back, steering it back to where it is that you want, the images that you want to have, and so on. Keep bringing it in. As many times as the brain brings the other shit, you keep bringing what you want. And then eventually that shows that, hey, you can't have your way and bring your images into my business. And it will eventually dissipate, and it will be as you wanted it, prefer it to be. It's all about retraining the brain. This idea after the brain is trained is bogus. You got to constantly retrain it and maintain it. Maintain. Training is a continuous thing for the brain. Ash says, thanks, Miran. I should know better than this by now. Yes, you should, goddammit. My ugly stick has just got your name in bold written on it. Watch out.